On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Elect.
To choose someone for a specific position by voting for them, to decide or choose to do something.
Examples:
Elect the school board. Elect death. Every 5 years, the provincial governors are elected.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Eligible.
Having the required qualities or satisfying the necessary criteria.
Examples:
Eligible candidates. Eligible for a refund. All those eligible will receive a substantial amount of money.
Poll.
An inquiry into public opinion conducted by interviewing a random sample of people, the process of voting at an election.
Examples:
A pre-election poll. Public opinion polls. Several polls show a decline in the president's approval rating.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Resident.
A person who lives in a particular place or has their home in a place.
Examples:
A resident of the city. Resident tax. Visa renewal for resident foreigners in this country is once every 5 years.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Felon.
A person convicted of a serious crime, an offender of the most serious kind.
Examples:
Serial felon. Convicted felon. The robbery was committed by a notorious felon, previously convicted of armed robbery.
Pride.
A feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's achievements.
Examples:
Pride of a company. Hide his pride. She took great pride in her work, always striving for perfection.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples:
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Elector.
A person who has the right to vote in an election.
Examples:
Presidential elector. Qualified for an elector. The elector cast their vote for the candidate they believed in.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Property.
A thing or things that belong to someone.
Examples:
A man of property. Chemical property. He stood to inherit $1 million property.
Boom.
A sudden increase in economic activity, or a sudden happening that brings good fortune, a deep, loud, and prolonged sound.
Examples:
Boom in sales. A sonic boom. The high technology industry is enjoying a boom.
Frontier.
A border that separates two countries, or the area near this line.
Examples:
Frontier disputes. The Italian frontier with Switzerland. He worked at the frontier of behavioral economics.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Self-reliant.
Able to rely on oneself or one's abilities, not needing or depending on others for support or guidance.
Examples:
self-reliant person, self-reliant community. After moving to a new city, she became more self-reliant and learned to navigate the streets independently.
Ineligible.
Not eligible or qualified for something, barred from participation or consideration.
Examples:
ineligible candidate, ineligible for promotion. He was ineligible for the scholarship because he did not meet the academic requirements.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
typical leader, fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Requirement.
Something that is needed or wanted.
Examples:
meet requirement, school requirement. What is the entry requirement for this course?
Promote.
To encourage or persuade people to like, buy, use, do, or support something, to raise someone to a higher position or rank.
Examples:
promote a better relationship, promote bad behavior. The government should do more to promote sustainable agribusiness.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
universal life, principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Suffrage.
The right to vote in political elections, the exercise of voting rights, or the process of obtaining them.
Examples:
suffrage movement, female suffrage. The suffrage march was a peaceful protest demanding voting rights for women.
Emphasize.
To give or show particular importance to something.
Examples:
emphasize her words, emphasize a direct relationship. Use italics or capitals to emphasize a word in a piece of writing.
Rid.
To make someone or something free of unwanted or unpleasant tasks, objects, or person.
Examples:
get rid of the rats. Rid the body of waste products. We must rid ourselves of pollution.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Largely.
Virtually entirely, to a large degree.
Examples:
largely accepted. Largely mitigate the issue. Nevada is largely a desert state.
Slavery.
The practice or system of owning, buying, and selling people as property and forcing them to work.
Examples:
slavery labor, institution of slavery. The abolition of slavery in the United States was a major achievement in the fight for human rights.
Amendment.
The act or the process of changing something, especially a document or proposed new law.
Examples:
constitutional amendment. Make an amendment to a contract. The opposition politicians jointly proposed an amendment to that law.
Deny.
To state that one refuses to admit the existence or truth of something.
Examples:
adamantly deny killing. Deny the allegations. He is still denying stealing the money from the cash register.
Slave.
A person who is either legally or illegally owned by someone, a person entirely dominated by some influence or a person.
Examples:
a slave of drink. A slave trader. You should work hard but not be a slave to it.
Affirm.
To assert that something is true or real, to state positively.
Examples:
affirm old traditions. Affirm strong identity. I affirm that I will always stand by my beliefs.
Intimidation.
The act of instilling fear or anxiety in someone, often to make them feel inferior or submissive. The use of threats or coercion to deter someone from taking a certain course of action.
Examples:
act of intimidation. Fear of intimidation. Using intimidation tactics in the workplace is unacceptable and should not be tolerated.
Rig.
To prepare or set up something in a certain way, typically in a carefully planned or fraudulent manner, to equip with sails or masts.
Examples:
rig an election. Rig a ship with new sails. He rigged the game so he could win the prize.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
a circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Restriction.
A limitation or constraint placed on something, or the act of limiting or constraining something.
Examples:
nutritional restriction. Restriction on trade. The restriction on travel during the pandemic made it difficult for people to see their loved ones.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Sacrifice.
The act of killing an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to a deity. Verb, to give up something important or valuable to help another person or get or do something that seems more important.
Examples.
Small sacrifice for a great cause. Sacrifice anything to get ahead. You cannot accomplish great things without a sacrifice of your time or money.
Bloodshed.
The act of shedding blood, often used to describe violence or war, injury or death caused by violence or conflict.
Examples.
Bloody bloodshed. Massive bloodshed. The negotiations failed, leading to threats of bloodshed between the two countries.
Eliminate.
To remove or get rid of someone or something.
Examples.
Eliminate contestants. Eliminate sexual barriers. We can eliminate this possibility from those consumptions.
Constitution.
The set of fundamental principles or established precedents that a state, a country, or an organization is governed by, the act of forming or establishing something.
Examples.
The National Constitution. The National Constitution. When the Constitution is amended, it often creates a great deal of controversy throughout the country.
Draft.
A preliminary version of something that is not yet in its final form.
Examples.
A working draft. Write the first draft. During debates in the legislature, the draft of the law caused a lot of controversies.
Expansion.
The process of becoming larger or more extensive, or the result of this process.
Examples.
Industrial expansion. Expansion project. The company is undergoing an expansion, opening new locations in several states.
Voter.
A person who votes or has a legal right to vote in a political election.
Examples.
An eligible voter. Voter apathy. The election administration nullified the election results because of voter fraud.
Broad.
Very wide, general.
Examples.
Attract broad attention. A broad mind. He accumulated wealth across a broad spectrum of assets.
Inclusive.
Including much or everything, and especially including stated limits, not excluding any of the people, things, ideas, etc. involved in something.
Examples.
A fully inclusive price. Inclusive education. The university has established a capacity for each nationality as part of its inclusive policy. Suppress. To bring something under control by force or authority, to put an end by force.
Examples:
Suppress a yawn. Suppress a revolt. The doctor prescribed medication to suppress the patient's appetite.